Okay, so basically, at the end of the day, when you're buying a vehicle, you know that it's going to cost at least $14,000 to bonus out and get at least a full payment paid for for the hour. So just pretty much working with 14,000. How would you register 14,000? And that's pretty much what I wanted to get across to Hannah Chevrolet. How could you register 14,000 and it still be a positive placement to where you can have at least 465 weeks or 465 months of declarated payments where it has proof of payments being offered at the time, other than being towed away. That's not good for consumer service. Basically having the product of interest at the time, paying more than $200 and it's still getting towed away for the positive imbalance that it was offered. At least it was off the lot like it was planned to be. So why would it be in a rut like that? It's pretty much where we want to be able to put a larger payment down on there of $675, and be able to put a ultimate payment like that down 321 times, 325 times, and be able to put that in as multiply your multiplication in tens, and understand more about the hundreds that come with those tens that promote more of the more adjusted payment of 56,000 and $850. So it's just pretty much using that detail, whether you purchased a vehicle or you making more towards having more towards insurance, and being able to have more towards insurance payments as well. And that's what the rest of that $14,000 will go to. And that's pretty much where you're using Eco Herbs Productions to promote more for those types of networks and subscriptions, as you paying for more products of the car that you want in 1947 to 2027. So it's pretty much just starting a newer congressional law order of what you want to buy on your car that makes your car produce the amosity that you want to pronounce. So that's pretty much where you're working with 871 different 871 different moguls at the time. Dealing with more of T-Mobile's connections is pretty much where you want to be able to add more of those moguls and more of those categories and characteristics as you get more in tune to the Harry Potter or the Polar Express or the Chronicles of Narnia novel theories, and more into the Christmas of in the holiday seasons presents all throughout the country. And just being able to look at more of sub-Saharan territories at the hour that carry up to about 871 acres of land. So why not produce that by T-Mobile? Use T-Mobile networks all throughout the service of $89,000 profits, and be able to use hotspots, 871 different hotspots in every acre of the foundation. And that's pretty much what you want to do to promote more for a bigger group or a bigger team investment. So it's not just working on one person or 4 groups. You're working on 18 groups. So that's pretty much where you're being able to expand your horizon, and use the data acknowledgement that you need for that amount of time and space. So it's pretty much using that time. So it's pretty much using T-Mobile and car dealerships is buying dealerships as well. So it's T-Mobile with car buying dealerships as well. So it's pretty much where you're not just going for the $80,000 profit, which is totally what a vehicle, a SUV, a truck, or a sedan would cost at the hour. So just pretty much just going through the tours of it, and knowing more about the notifications that it arise as you need to buy a car, and it need to be something that you like. So with that being said, you're going through about $80,000 of trans tax going towards reference tax going towards something you like. So just basically looking at 1949 to 2027, and being able to get that platform of business on purple, green, and orange lat propositions at the time. And the thing about lat is just a standard storage that has the ordinary functions in it, and it holds itself just like it would, just like the periodic table would, or just like the measuring charts would. It holds a standard amount of data in it, and it's more propelled for its own metric system. So it's pretty much, as you're using $80,000 detail, you're going for the most primary car for your investment at the hour. And since it's not 14,000, nor is it $28,825, so it's pretty much working with that detail 251 times. So it's pretty much working with groups of 520, dealing with $520. So it's pretty much where you're dealing with $28,825 promoted at the time. So that's been bulked up and fed up, on Austin Rodeo, Heat Wave, and Rod Rally. That was a good $30,000 plan that got added up to EcoHerb's 747. So that's pretty much as you bonus that up, and you get more consumption rates based off of that. As it comes accessible and certified towards its authorization or its authorized plans. So it's pretty much as you start with that. Other than that, you are talking about a Charger to a Durango to a Grand Cherokee to a Tahoe to a Maxima to a Impala Premier, and it's pretty much where you're working on $80,000 profits going towards those cars. So it's pretty much, as you stay an eye on that $80,000, you always be able to have prized possession for a car. So that's pretty much getting the car issue out. That takes a month. It takes months. So that's at least 871 months, and T-Mobile is here to help you out on that type of stuff as they connect with EcoHerb 747 statistics on GameFly, Max Preps, and Comcast, as they get those same common attributed statistics all throughout the day, throughout the system. So there's pretty much looking at different areas of the quadrants, and being able to put more of the same type of propelled benefit in the same place of the different quadrants is pretty much what my plan was to do on heliocentric theories of the Milky Way. So it's pretty much as I start my own program and plans to make my own geometry formats, as pretty much as I start that in my macroeconomic class, and understanding more about making $30,000 investments, 28,825 investments. This pretty much as you make 335 of them, 275 of them, 115 of them, you start making different configurations as you make 2,000 to 20,000 to 56,000, and they turn to 515 227 times, then it turn to 388, then it goes to 2 million, and then you see stuff like that. So that's pretty much where you're using more towards transitions and transit, and that's pretty much just looking at ecoleaf right there as you use T-Mobile's networks at the time. T-Mobile, GameFly, Max Preps, Comcast, that's all ecoleaf's statistics. And the point that EcoHerb and PMC does, it just adds and promotes time zones, money transfers, and it gives more of a native network, a native navigation network. So other than that, you're working with, let's see, where did the pen go? Okay, so you working with other navigational networks. So that's just pretty much using all point. So it's just pretty much using all point and Comcast as well to promote more for the demographics of the program, and it's just pretty much using the graphics to promote more of that. So that's pretty much where you're going onto the game sites, or you going more into the software data of the details. So it's pretty much where you're using the software data of Allpoint, or of Adobe, or of Time Warner Cable, MoneyGram, or even yeah, we use majority of the companies to transition a spectrum ratio, and that's basically where you're using a spectrum ratio and a intuitive ratio, which is 50 99 45 50%. And it's being able to use more towards a native navigational for our urban day revolution towards urban economics, or urban developments at the time that happens natively in the city counties at the time. So that's at least 900. That's at least 95 acres, 65 acres, and 45 acres. And we're being able to use one component. You got to be able to go to all three of those components and have enough energy, enough money, enough hydration, enough consumption rates. So you got to have the durability to get there, in all types of functions, knowing that you're a human and you have all these human qualities of having a sustainability of having a calm record at the time. So, just being able to look at the last 275 months and making more of 9,830 dollars bonus and reduce tax at the time. So, it's pretty much making something out of what you did last time, and bettered your excellence at it. So, it's pretty much what Reagan Interscopes does at its decades of performance. As you get more into the Hope Fest or into the game entertainment that we have here at Reagan, and it's entertainment. So that's at least making at least $85,845.52. Every time it makes a good statement, and it's perceptionally acceptable at the time. So it's pretty much dealing with Suddenlink at the time, and understanding more about Suddenlink's networks with Allpoint and Austin Energy at the time. So this is pretty much where you're using a full flow of $30,000 to promote more for this one specification that happens 3,747 times, which is a unique subscription that avails more towards the positive language of multimedia, or any type of multimedia production at the time. So it's pretty much as you're using that. So it's pretty much that whole detail as you get more into the compounds. So it goes from components to compounds, as you see with 87,745 different views. 87,745 different views. So that's pretty much as you start every compound with 87,745 views on it, and they create 875 cafe strips every 2:30 or 3:30 or even 4:30. And that's pretty much where you make it more for the extra part of the day, and being able to support more for the people that buy from the bank, and using the bigger bank as well. And that's just another reference of what Mr. Catfish and More is, as we support more